I wonder if for the album Sick Boy, if there was someone who actually called in sick while making this album. Sick Boy is the latest album released by the Chainsmokers. Now this DJ duo band group has impressed me a lot, because when they very first came out, I thought, no thanks. And then as they continued to put out more singles out there, I was like, all right, we'll see what you got. And then in 2016, if you look back at my videos at my favorite songs of the year, you'll notice that I put Closer pretty high up there. It's not necessarily hit and miss with these guys, but it's kind of like, how much of this stuff do they do right, and do they have anything that maybe doesn't sway my way musically? There's a lot of things just to think about and consider when listening to these guys, but I can honestly say I do think they have talent. I think there are moments when they are making new music that they need to focus on something more, not necessarily fresh, although that is something that is an important factor, but it is important to bring something that is going to not just wow your audience, but stretch you as an artist as well. And then there are other times where it's okay to just kick back and make enjoyable music. And I felt like this one kind of had the latter sentiment, but not in a very positive way. This album is 10 tracks long, and I had a very hard time liking any of them. I did like maybe 2 of them, but not without faults even in the ones that I liked. And to be honest, those 2 songs on here have kind of a similar style, not necessarily the same beat, but definitely similar style. There's Siren and then Save Yourself, which also features Nightmare, who I do like a lot. But I'm just going through my list right here, and I'm just thinking, there's like, in each of my categories that I kind of help assist my grade, if you will, it's just like, there's little misses here, little misses there. And I did try to honestly figure out if that's just not my thing, or if it really is not good in a musical direction. I felt like they weren't pushed, or maybe they just didn't push themselves. A lot of the singles on their last album, and just a lot of their singles in the past, were just, banger hits for a lot of people. And some I didn't technically like a lot, but a lot of them, yeah, I did. And so I feel like maybe off of that success, maybe they just kind of coasted. I don't know that for a fact, but this album does not convince me that they didn't. The word that definitely describes this album most to me is messy. It's just like, even if something that seems like it's working, it seems like there was a misfire in something that they were doing, whether it was their production, their lyrics, their vocals, their creative risks. There were so many things that were either added or weren't added, or just kind of were just tossed in. It feels like an underachieving high school project. These guys have achieved something far greater than they probably imagined that they would, and this is not a great way to take on another step. They need something better than this. Even if they're just trying to make another hit song rather than music. I don't know which is really their focus. Yeah, let's move on from this. We'll give them some time and let them come out with something new, because I do believe in the Chainsmokers. This is just a misfire. So let's forget about it. So after having listened and reviewed this album with production of 65%, creativity 58%, expression and lyrics 50%, this album is going to get a no. Hey, it happens. Sometimes to the artists that you really love, sometimes they just kind of drop the ball. But I do see it as a potential opportunity for them to grow as well. They had great early success. Now this, maybe other people will like it. Can't say that I do, but that doesn't mean that I've given up on them. So I am waiting to see what they will do to challenge themselves and their music. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to comment, like, subscribe, share, all the social media stuff you need to do so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time. If I pretend I'm sick, can I have a thermometer, a nice wet washcloth to put on my head, and I'm just going to crawl into a blanket and pretend that I didn't listen to this. I'm going to remember the good stuff that they made. I'm going to remember it. I'm going to remember it.